Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading for the second half of May, starting today the 16th all the way through the 31st. General reading as always, guys, so let's dive right into this. I'm going to start with the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. We'll grab an angel number from the Twin Flame Angel Numbers deck by Mystic Moon and grab a card from this deck, which actually this shouldn't be face up like that. It's the Soul Whispers deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. All right, so let's begin and see what presents itself here today. Aries, starting with this deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What's your first focus card? I'm guided to this one. We have strength. Okay, number 22 could be a significant number for some of you. The solar plexus chakra is what it's tapped into. All right, so let's take a look and see how that plays off of the rest of the messages that present itself here. Maybe you're going through some challenging things in your life or even in your love life at this present time. And sometimes we forget actually how strong we actually are. So this is a time for you to tap into your personal power, knowing that, you know, you're a warrior here. You got this. Let's grab a number. I'm immediately guided to this one. 945, that could be another significant number for some of you. Step into your senses as a way of communicating with your twin flame on an intimate level. Okay, so for some of you that are aware that you are on a twin flame journey, this is the advice at this point in time. So if you guys are not communicating, for example, in the 3D world, maybe this is a way for you to do this, even from a distance and in separation from one another. Connecting on a more intimate level, perhaps being creative in how this communication is happening right now. So let's go ahead and grab a dialogue card. This could be where you're at right now, Aries, or even, of course, where your person is at. We are focusing ultimately on their current feelings for you and what they need you to know right now through this reading. Okay, so let's grab a card. I'm guided to this card right here. I don't know what's wrong with me. If I'm not mistaken, was this not the card that was just flipped up when I started this reading? I'm going to have to take a look back at this recording. I think this was the one, and for some reason, maybe there's a reason, so to speak, as to why that was the card that I was drawn to. Okay, so it could be that the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Aries, they're going through something challenging. Maybe that's why we've got this strength card going on here, represented here. You could relate to this for yourself. We'll have to see. So what are the challenges that you guys are going through right now? So let's go ahead and grab some insight from the Silhouettes deck here. I don't know what's wrong with me. That'll be really interesting if that ended up being the card that was flipped up in the beginning of the reading. I didn't realize it was flipped up until I started recording, obviously, so we'll take a look at that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. There's something about the nighttime, nightfall. There's nothing to be afraid of as long as you're with me. You know, also when you're perhaps getting ready to go to bed at night and you're missing this person, and if you are communicating somehow in this way through your senses with your twin flame, with somebody that you feel this very deep soul connection with, maybe through that type of telepathic communication, they're wanting you to know everything's going to be okay. Don't be afraid. Look at this. This is the next card. We have Fragile, and then we've got Tranquility right next to that. So if you're feeling fragile at this time, Aries, this card does say healing takes time. Honor your journey. Open your heart when you are ready. And maybe that's referencing the interaction that you can have with this person face to face in the 3D world. And then we've got Tranquility right next to that. In a world of uncertainty and chaos, you are my peace. So if you are feeling fragile based off of what's going on in your life, your surroundings, the connection with this person, maybe you do feel that they represent that peace in your heart, And they could also be communicating this to you here in this reading, that when things aren't going right in their life, you represent that tranquility. And then we also have bridges. Know which ones you need to burn, which ones to rebuild, and which ones to avoid. And you, of course, ultimately know how you're feeling about this individual. You know, if you're at a distance from one another, maybe you have thought about burning that bridge based off of what's happened here between the two of you. But if you feel that it's worth rebuilding and bridging the gap between the two of you so that you can have communication once again, to be able to see each other, to perhaps continue the healing journey together. So maybe it's not over. You know, there's a possibility that you guys can find your way back to one another. All right, so let's add to that. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. So be strong during this time, Aries. Continue on your healing journey if you need to. If you're feeling that you need more time, don't be afraid. Don't allow your fears and anxieties to get in the way of your healing. Look at this. We have lies. I'm tough. I'm independent. I don't need anyone. I certainly don't need you, your love, your touch, your kiss. None of that ever meant anything to me. My life is sunshine and rainbows each and every day. Who the hell needs the kind of love that you and I shared anyway? I can tell you, they do. They need it more than they will ever admit. And they're lying to themselves. Which is why more healing is needed here. They could have even said these things to you, very hurtful things, letting you know perhaps, you know, it's like, I can move on. This isn't going to affect me. It's not breaking my heart that we're breaking up. But then when they're behind closed doors, when they're alone, I don't know what's wrong with me. What's wrong is that they're lying to themselves. They are not allowing that healing to happen by simply coming from a place of authenticity and facing the truth of what's really happening in their heart space. Because the truth is, more than likely, they want to be able to cross that bridge to be with you. Look at this. Ruined. I thought I had it all together. Exactly. My life, my ambitions, goals, dreams. Then you came and ruined all my plans with your presence, your beauty, your heart. I can't imagine a day without you, and yet here we are, apart. Please return, for without you my life is in ruins. That's the truth right there. This, a bunch of lies right here. Trying to convince themselves that they don't care, that they don't need you, that they can move on and everything's great. But all they're creating is more chaos, and you represent that tranquility and peace, you see? Look at the next card. Love notes. They love you, Aries. But if they're lying to themselves, they're fighting that love. You know? They're trying so hard to convince themselves that they don't need this. But the reality of it is, they do. That's why they're trying to perhaps figure out what's wrong with them. Because they're going to have to dig deep, you know, and to really realize what's really going on in their heart space. Yep. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot messages. So what they're telling themselves and what the reality of things are is very different. That's just what I'm getting from this person. And the cards are communicating that here. They're lying to themselves. They love you. They need you. You represent that peace. And without you, everything just seems to be falling apart. But they don't want the world to know that. They don't want their friends, their family to know that. They want to be able to portray this image of themselves like everything's great, you know? Like this card says, I thought I had it all together. And that is the image that they want everyone in their circle to know and understand. But it's a lie. It's not the truth. Okay, so let's find out what else is going on here. So I'm going to use my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. If you're new to my channel, this is a deck that I created for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot. The twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards And the majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings. Makes it super easy to learn tarot. All right, Aries. So let's grab some additional insight here. So what we do know is that they love you. That's what their current feelings are for you. And what they need you to know here is that basically they're lying to themselves, that they don't need you, that they don't love you. We do have the Baron of Earth here. So for some of you guys, your masculine, your divine masculine could be an earth sign, or they could have the qualities of the Baron of Earth if they're not actually an earth sign. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for some divine masculines here. This is someone who likes to play it safe, okay? But they can also offer a very secure relationship. They have a very loving, warm personality, very caring, very protective. And perhaps that's what they want to bring forward in a relationship. But they have to stop lying to themselves. You do have some positive news that's coming in though, Aries. Wands representing your own fire energy here. So they will communicate. I mean, from this card, step into your senses as a way of communicating with your twin on an intimate level. Okay? And there is good news represented with this card. And even though I feel currently that I'm feeling it for the masculine, but it could be for anyone. It could be for the feminine too. Somebody who has allowed their fears to really get in the way of making good decisions, certainly when it comes to this relationship, Aries. But the Page of Wands is known to rush in. You know, they're excited. They want to be able to create movement towards you. It's almost as if they've had some sort of epiphany to finally do the right thing. We do have the Eight of Cups here, okay? So this is about walking away and leaving something or someone behind. So if you relate to this, Aries, it could be you that walked away from this person in order to better your life, in order to focus on yourself, in order to tap into your inner strength and do what feels right for you. But it also contributed to you feeling perhaps withdrawn or even lonely during this time that you are not with your person. But we do have the yellow rose card coming through here. So perhaps when you guys first met, it was that instant bond as friends, because this card represents friendship first and foremost, being able to build a strong foundation of friendship for the connection. This also represents the friends that are a part of your support system in your life. You know, this is a card of good luck. It kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, that luck is changing, luck is on your side, that wheel is falling in your favor. Because at the end of the day, you guys at one point in time made each other very happy. There's still a lot of love and affection between the two of you. Clearly, that is indicated here. Their current feelings for you is this. You know, maybe they've spent a good chunk of time lying to themselves, but the reality of it is they can't deny the fact that they love you. That's it. So with that Two of Pentacles, you know, they perhaps need to stop juggling between what they should do or what they shouldn't do, what they should say and what they shouldn't say. They need to be able to make better decisions regarding their own direction in life, and that includes the direction that they ultimately want to take with you to finally cross that bridge, you know, to make peace with you. They have to be able to get their priorities in order. Look at this. That's no accident. Another card tapped into strength. You see, we started off with that, and it's coming through here from the tarot deck. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a Leo. So this really is a reminder for you, Aries, during this time. Just be patient and allow this person to do whatever work they have to do on their end, and you just continue to focus on yourself and just continue to build up your confidence in your love life, certainly, but your life as well overall. This is about bravery and having the courage to overcome challenges, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet once again. And then we've got the Two of Wands, okay? So future planning, progress that can be made. I feel when it comes to your person, they're presented with decisions and paths that they can certainly take to come towards you. And again, it really comes down to this bridges card. So I'm kind of feeling that life is presenting them with a couple of paths that they could take. One path on that bridge will lead them to you. The other path will lead them away from you. So it really comes down to them making that life-altering decision, because one decision could bring you guys back together. And one decision could perhaps just keep you guys at a distance from one another, you know? And maybe there's a part of you that's feeling really restless, waiting for this to happen. But with the Strength card here, this truly is telling you to just be patient. If it's going to come to you, it will. And that's really hard, you know, to be patient and to just wait for things, or to wait for people to communicate or to hopefully come back to us. And you're being directed to just focus on yourself and your journey in life. That's it. That's the advice, you know? So I wanted to go ahead and grab some additional guidance for this connection and how it's affecting your life right now, Aries. So let's grab some messages from A Passionate Love Affair, Whirlwind Romance Loving Messages by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. All right, so when it comes to their current feelings, when it comes to what they need you to know right now, let's continue and let's see what else they need you to know. Your positive outlook on life is so inspiring to me. I admire your beautiful spirit and aspire to be more like you. So you do inspire this person, Aries. And all they need to do is to stop lying to themselves, you know? Look at this. You got that yummy yum. Okay, so they definitely desire you. Tell me all your deepest desires. I yearn to be the person of your wildest dreams and carry out your every fantasy. So obviously very sexual in nature here. They still fantasize about you and desire you in that way. What else, please, for Aries? I got a little something for you. Ooh. Oh yeah, they do. I offer everything I have to share with you. Okay, so this is somebody, once they are ready to come towards you, Aries, they're giving you their all. They're ready to fully invest. And I love this one. 1 + 1 = 3. Will you have a baby with me? Some of you might end up having children together, having a family. For those who already have children from previous relationships, you might end up blending a family. That could be it too. So they desire you and they love you. That's what they need you to know right now. Okay, so I wanted to also grab some additional dialogue messages from my Heavenly Hearts Oracle, and perhaps allowing you as well to communicate what it is that you need to say to this person. So continuing to see where their current feelings are at and what else they need to say to you. What's in their heart space currently. And if you relate to any of these messages for yourself, Aries, and what's in your heart space for them, let's go ahead and see that. Okay, we've got a few cards here. Forever in my heart is where you'll stay. I can feel you even when you are far away from me. Yeah. And I do feel, for those at a distance, there is some form of 5D interaction, telepathic communication. So if you're feeling their presence, maybe in the middle of the night when you're getting ready to go to bed, or maybe you might dream about them, still feeling their energy. Telling you that I love you is not enough. Those words alone can never come close to how much you mean to me. but clearly they are communicating to you that you are so incredibly loved. A lifetime of loving you is not enough. I love you. Telling you that I love you is not enough. A lifetime of loving you is not enough. And they really want you to know and understand this right now. Beautiful messages, Aries. All right, so let's wrap it up with some final angel messages, okay, for the collective. For this love and life reading for Aries. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know here? We have Adriana, Angel Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So there's really something going on here when it comes to communication at this time. That's amazing. And then we've got Angel Athena. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Do you see that? Considering this was the very first card that came through, Aries, you are powerful, you are strong, and you need to know this. And Angel Athena is here to help you exercise that power. Oh my gosh. And then we've got Angel Teresa. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. That is the advice for the second half of the month, Aries. Sometimes we're so focused on making sure everyone else is okay, and we forget about ourselves. So focus on you. Take a time out. Go on a little mini vacation if you feel that that would be helpful. And as far as this connection here, your person, I feel they clearly need to do some work on themselves until they are able to figure out what's wrong inside their heart, for them to figure out where they're at, how they feel. We obviously see how they feel, but they need to be able to take that first necessary step to cross that bridge and head in your direction. Okay, so there is this need to just be strong, tap into that inner strength, don't do anything hasty, and just be patient. If it's meant to come towards you, it will. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. And if you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.